Hello everyone, welcome back to Sacred Tarot by Nicole. So today's gonna be a little bit different. I have no makeup on, my hair's not done, I have no fancy lights, and I'm doing this in one shot, no video editing. So I've had an interesting 2 weeks. I'm actually also going back to using my phone just for this video. I have switched to a new camera and it's a much better quality, but I want to use my phone. I want to kind of go back to basics here, go back to the beginning, because I want to talk about the struggles of being a YouTuber and the struggles I've encountered being a tarot card YouTuber as well. As a tarot card reader, it is very important for me to stay grounded and to practice self-care. Now, the last 2 weeks, I have had major issues with my computers. The editing system that I use, VideoPad, crashed on me, or something happened. Maybe it was malware, maybe a bug got into it. Anyways, I have done everything I can to try and fix it. And I've tried to contact them a few times, so their contact center, and it's just impossible. They don't help people that don't pay a massive fee on top of the fee you already pay for the editing system, for the software system. So I'm looking into different companies now. I'm gonna just take my $100 that I spent there and just accept that it's just done. So now I'm working on restarting on my computers, making sure that there's no malware on there. And oh wow, I didn't realize like how important this is when you are a YouTuber. And when you have a YouTube channel and the pressure sometimes you feel like, I have to get that video out. So it feels really good right now to be focusing a little more on myself and what's been happening. This summer has been crazy for me. But on top of COVID, we lost our jobs, me and my partner, and we were living in a different province. So we traveled across the country and we moved from British Columbia to Quebec, my partner's hometown. But on the way, we stopped in Manitoba for a month because that's where I'm from. So with the move and me trying to make videos, and I had different spots, it was really cool. Like, it was such a neat experience, but there was a lot to take in, a lot to learn. Video editing, working with different spaces, lighting, my makeup, my hair, everything. It was a lot. And this is just a video, like, I want to show you, like, exposed. Like, this is the real me. It's not that I wear a ton of makeup anyways. This is nothing. This is just me getting up in the morning right now and just raw. This is my raw self. And as a tarot card reader, I was also juggling personal tarot card readings as well online. And yeah, in the last couple of weeks, I really did feel it. And even my partner was like, what are you doing to yourself? You're so hard on yourself, and you don't need to be so hard on yourself. And I really love it. Like, I really love making videos. I really love doing tarot card readings. And this is what I really want to do. Now, everything else that comes with it is the challenge, because I'm learning at such a rapid speed. Luckily, my partner knew a lot about video editing and putting together videos, putting music on videos, which is a whole nother world that I'm still trying to learn. I'm also looking at putting a Shopify store together for my crystals and tarot card decks that I love. And this is another world of stuff that you have to learn, but everything is on YouTube, which is wonderful, which is great. But back to basics, this is going to be my video for the week, because I do not have a video editing software system right now. So I'm going to be researching what is the best to use, because I am very disappointed with VideoPad, especially just because there was no customer care there, and I did pay for the software, so I feel like there should be follow-up if something major happens, like that my system completely crashed on both computers. So I'm going to be looking at a different system. And I just wanted to say, I love what I do. I really, really do. And I've realized in the last couple of weeks that self-care is so important. And it's my time right now to really think about, really organize some time for myself, and time to also make like really good quality videos. And you know what? There was something else I want to say, and I do make notes sometimes, and this is something that I want to let you know too that like I'm not perfect. No one is. And YouTubers, like they make notes, and a lot of times we cut that out. Uh, so like I wanted to also talk about like how I was getting kind of crazy about like the views and the sub counts, and it was kind of taking over the whole point of YouTube and the whole point of being able to, you know, reach an audience and talk about healing, talk about tarot card readings and give really good quality readings for people. I was thinking, I was so focused on like, oh, my sub count, and oh, I lost a sub today, and then my CEO, am I doing it right, and tags, and you know what, I want to go back to basics and just really focus. Sorry, I should mention I have met some really wonderful people on the Facebook groups that I'm in, and Instagram groups. So this is something that I really, really appreciate, and I'm taking away huge from all the work that I've been doing with reaching out and building a community of my own. I really, really love this part. And, you know, I don't mind, you know, doing the CEO, like search engine optimizing and tags and stuff like that. That I don't mind. I just don't want it to absorb everything, and then I lose sight of what I'm really doing here. There's something that I wrote. So I also want to say that we're all unique in our own way, and it's the reason why we put out a channel. You know, if we were all the same, and you know, there's so many videos about do it this way or do it that way, well, it's not going to all work for the same person. One shoe fits all. We're all unique, and this is why there's so many channels, and it's like you get to watch different content on YouTube, and which is great. So we can't all be put in the same box. And this is something that I've really been taking away from my journey. I started in June. Yeah, I started my YouTube channel in June. This is something that I really take away, is that I'm not going to be able to grow like someone else. And I need to make sure that I focus on the things I love and the passion and what makes me happy, because it will come out in my videos. And I feel like sometimes the stress I'm under, or the feeling, okay, so yeah, we bought a house last week, which is great, but it was quite stressful putting in offers, and there's a lot of stuff going on with COVID, and the town we moved to, all of a sudden people are buying up the place. And then, you know, I feel like I had to get a part-time job because I moved to a new place, so I want to meet people, and I want a sense of community. And then I also have a dog. Like there's a lot of things that like just, you know, starting to get really busy in my life, and I'm also living in a place where I don't speak the language. So most people, 90% of people speak French here, and some of them barely speak any English. I'd say about 50 to 60% of people don't speak any English. So I'm also learning French on top of that. So I guess what I really just want, my message here for the YouTube channel, is that I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulder. And I'm going back to not being so, I don't know, worried about the small things with it. And this video is intended for, it's almost for myself, kind of. Like I really wanted to make it for myself, as well as for my viewers and the people that have been following me loyally. So thank you. I really, really appreciate it. And, you know, let's just draw a couple cards for me today, because I want to do that self-care, because I do love tarot card readings, and I really appreciate you following my channel for tarot card readings that I do for you. But let's see what comes up for me. The Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, new beginnings, creative pursuit, new creative pursuit venture. So I feel like maybe there should be a little bit of changes to my YouTube channel. And not completely, like I love doing pick a card readings. I love doing readings. This is something that I love, but I also want to focus on really being a little more raw and being more, I guess, honest with the camera, being a little more present And I'm going to be able to do that. Like, things are starting to come together now, and I'm going to have I'm going to have my own sacred space. I'm going to be able to, once we move into our house, especially because right now we're staying with my partner's father, so my father-in-law. So I believe that these new beginnings, and I see so much unfolding and so much cool stuff happening for my future and creative pursuit and new beginnings right here. It could also mean, I've seen Ace of Wands. There's actually moving house in one of my other, like, moving location, new beginning somewhere. It doesn't have it in this illustration, but one of my cards does have like a house in the background, and like leaving an old house and like moving into a new one. So it could indicate a move. So, and this is true. Like, 1 month we get possession of our house. It's very exciting. It's our first house too. Okay, one more card here, and then we'll see. The flame tree, the start of something new. I think that's a big message for me. All right, thank you so much for following along. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. I know this is a very different way of doing things, but it's yeah, I'm excited for the brainstorming session that I'm going to do after this, and kind of thinking about my next move and maybe a new strategy for YouTube. But don't worry, those pick a card readings are not going away. Thank you.